Hey y'all, it's Wilson Maniac here, and Nintendo games are good, right? Now, what have I wanted to tell you? I'm not paying for this. I can hear Nintendo hunting me down now.
Have you ever had that feeling when you're like,
man, I want to play Mario 1, but I don't have an NES on hand. I'm sure they're not losing money.
This is the police! We have you surrounded!
It was only 356 kilobytes!
emulating is a term that gets thrown around quite a lot, and no other company hates it more than Nintendo. I understand why they don't like it, however, if the only way to be able to play their old games is to get original copies off of eBay, which they're still not making money off of. Another thing with Nintendo is that if they want me to buy their games legally, then put them on your systems. I know I don't have a Switch, but if I did have one, why are they not making them available? And even then, when they are making their games available, it's always the same few games. Super Mario Bros. 1, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Excitebike, Kirby, The Legend of Zelda. These games aren't bad, but come on, give Adventure Islands a shot for once.
Hey, that back.
I know emulating is not legal, but it's the only way for some people to experience the old games. Not everyone can just drop £80 on an old console. Most companies don't really care if you emulate their old games, especially if they don't have a way to be able to play their old games. Valve really doesn't care if you emulate their old games, and they still sell them. One of the reasons the Steam Deck was so successful was because of the power it had for emulating. Nintendo doesn't realise that their old games and cartridges will eventually stop working. Most old games had a battery in them which let you save their game data, and these are already failing. So what do we do when the consoles and the cartridges themselves stop working? I know piracy is a bad thing and it is really looked down among the gaming community, but at the end of the day, for some people, this is the only way they can play the old games. Like, some people just have different financial ways, and they just can't afford to be able to spend like $60 on an old console.
So they're not making money off of this, but they're also not making money if I buy the game from an eBay seller. I'm sure they won't mind if I emulate one of their games quickly.
You have the death penalty.
I don't really know what I expected, honestly.